BIONICLE Chronicles 3, Makuta's Revenge. Written by C.A. Hapka. Recorded by Lord of the Tree Frogs. Chapter 4, The Theft. Liwa's eyes flew open. He realized he had closed them to shut out the view of the hard ground rushing towards him. "Oof!" he cried as his descent was suddenly stopped just above the ground. For a second, all he could see was a feathery neck. He clung to it, realizing he was still moving downward, but at a much safer speed. "Are you okay, Toa?" a breathless voice asked. "Kongu," Liwa said. "Is that you?" "It's me and Ka," the Matoran responded. "It looked like you were in trouble, Ben, so we upflew to check." "Thank you, brave brother," Liwa said as he finally realized it was the beating wings and strong body of Ka, the gecko, that had stopped his free fall. He glanced at Kongu, who was perched on the large bird's back. I know not what wrong happened, but the wind didn't answer my hair call." With a squawk, Ka glided in for a landing, depositing Liwa on the swampy ground. "What do you mean, Toa?" Kongu asked. "How could the air wind not respond to you?" Liwa shook his head. "I don't know, little brother," he said. "It has not happened before." Not wanting to think about it any more just then, he grabbed a vine and swung up to the village. Kongu followed aboard Ka. As he landed on the main platform, Liwa saw that the villagers were clustered together, their eyes and voices full of fear. "Don't worry, fret, little ones," he called, assuming that they were concerned for his safety. "I'm all right." Matau rushed up to him, his eyes wild and frightened. "I am glad-hearted to hear that, Toa," he said, "but I'm afraid there is other wrong news. Your power icon has been stolen." "This creature," Onu said patiently. "What did it look like?" The Onu Matoran standing before him, a sturdy villager named Onipu, bowed his head. "It was large," he reported, "but I was prepared to fight it." Onua nodded. "Go on." I know not how else to describe it," Onipu said, his voice shaking slightly. "It was hideous, terrifying. Its body had a metallic sheen, and its claws were huge. I shouted for help, knowing I could not hold it off for long on my own. Then it spoke to me." He was silent for a long moment. Onua waited, gathering his patience. Finally, Onipu continued. "Its words were as metallic and cold as its body," he said, his voice twisted with horror. It told me to step aside so that it might claim its prize. When I would not, it began to breathe in. Within seconds, it had sucked away all the air within the suva. I tried to hold my post, but with no air I found myself helpless. It pushed past me and grabbed the icon. And then it was gone." Onua turned the story over and over in his mind. Who was this new, mysterious enemy with such strange and disturbing powers? What did it want with Onua's power symbol? What does it mean, Toa?" Onipu asked meekly. "Why did it happen?" "I thought those icons were merely that. Symbols of Witoa's elemental powers. Artistic tributes to our destiny," Onua said slowly, allowing the careful logic of his thoughts to unfold aloud. "But now I see that the icons actually held these powers within them. As long as my icon remained in the village, my power remained strong. Now that the symbol is gone, so are my powers." It was an uncomfortable feeling. Onua was accustomed to being the strongest of the strong. Now he was left helpless, and it seemed that a powerful new enemy had appeared on Motunui. Just when we thought Makuta's forces were stamped out for good, Onua thought. He recalled Golly's words earlier that day. As usual, she would have been right. She had been the only one with the wisdom to realize that Makuta would not be finished with them yet. "What should we do now?" Onipu asked. "Should I call out the useful forces and go after the thief?" "Not just yet," Onua said. "Go tell the Turaga what has happened. I better check in with the other Toanuva. Together, we will decide what to do." End of chapter 4.